John, what can you tell us about Jim McIntyre and why you chose him as your manager?
Well, we have a list of managers that we've had ever since Paul Hartley was being looked at by Cardiff City, and we didn't have a very good succession plan in place at that moment in time. And from that time, we decided we needed to have a succession plan in place at all times. And so we have a long list of managers that meet our criteria for Dundee Football Club. That criteria it's changed recently. We've gone from young, relatively inexperienced managers that have a good and looks like they're going to move up and do really good things, to we've changed it now to where we'd like to have about 10 years experience. An experienced manager, somebody that knows the Scottish game, which is very, very important. And then we look at points per game, and we look at overall win percentages and a numerous amount of other things, and we get down into the detail. And then we get into the craft side of things and see what kind of a man-manager he is and what kind of style of play and so on and so forth. And Jim was at the top of the list.
I take it that's why the appointment happened so quickly after Neil left.
Yes, I mean that's something. Right now I have a list that's still there. So, and it'll be updated as time goes on. And we were so ill prepared back then that we had to make sure that never happened again.
And obviously Jim has come into a club at Ross County at a similar sort of time of the season, led them away from the bottom of the table. Is that another factor? He's already done this job before. You hope he can do it again. Yeah,
Jim's been very successful at Ross County for what he's done, and what his options were up there. It's hard to get players up there. It's a great club. Rory's done a great job with it, but it is difficult, and he's done a really good job to collect the points that he did. I think he went 9th the first year. We kept him off, out of relegation. Won the League Cup, top 6. Can't ask for any more than that. I will. But, I'm sorry.
Sorry. So, Joe, can you just explain the background, if you can, to Neil's departure as well? It's been a difficult time for you.
No, it's always a difficult time. The organization is quite a tight organization. I don't like to use the term family too much, but we all look out for each other, and we do get quite attached to each other. So anytime that we have a change in personnel, it's tough. It's tough on the whole organization, myself included. But sometimes we have to make these decisions, and in football, unfortunately, we have to make these decisions more than normal businesses. So it's very difficult, and it's not something that we take lightly. And ideally, we would want him to be very, very successful, and I truly believe he'll be very successful in the future.
What is it that makes Jim McIntyre fit properly into the Dundee family?
Well, Jim comes very highly recommended by a lot of trusted football individuals that we know. His mannerisms, I've known Jim since we've been here. We talked, the football community is a very small community, but everybody that I've talked to, just the way that they have worked up at Ross County especially, they had the same type of community feel inside and helped out in many ways, and they really helped transform that club to what it is today. And it's just one of those things. When we sat and meet with him, his mannerisms and the way that he works and the diligence that he works and to the precise levels that he sets for himself, then that's I think it just breeds success. You haven't asked a question yet.
Yeah. What is the aim now for the rest of the season then?
Well, the rest of the season, I think, luckily we're in a position that we can climb the table quite quickly. If we start getting some results and start playing, I think I'm very happy with our squad. I think we have a solid squad. Jim, I believe, thinks we have a very solid squad. Our goal is always 6th position, but realistically, if we 7th and 8th, would I be happy with that? Probably. Just surviving, I wouldn't be happy with. I want us to push on, and I want us to start being the Dundee Football Club that we should be.
And this weekend, I guess, is a perfect time to start and kick on with that.
It is. I mean, anytime a new manager comes in, hopefully we get a lift and we get the players going. It's going to be very hard for them to bed in everything that Jim wants to bed in over a 2-day period before a match. But I was at training today, and it looks great. The tempo's up, and he wanted to be in straight away and get going and not sit back and take a look. He wants to get him going. So hopefully on Saturday we show up and do the business.
And what's your message to the fans?
Well, hopefully they get behind the manager. That's the main thing. If we get behind the manager, the lift that they can give to the team is amazing. And unfortunately, we're away from home, but our away fans have always been great. And if they can get behind the manager and get behind the team, they'll be very helpful on the success of the organization.
John, I know there's no confirmation of the backroom staff for Jim, but obviously he's got a long-standing connection with Billy Dodds, and I know some Dundee fans are not happy at the prospect of Billy Dodds coming. Is that something the club will get involved in? That you get any problems with Billy coming back if that's the case?
Well, no, we do get involved in that. The fans have made their voice heard. I've been listening to that voice, and we're taking all of the things under consideration. But Billy's one of the. They do have a long-standing relationship, but it's one of those things where there are others that are in the mix as well.
Will Jim have the ultimate say in who's coming in to be his assistant?
Yeah, I mean it's his team. In this case, it's a unique situation, so we'll tread lightly. You haven't asked anything.
All the questions have been asked now. Well, Kenny Miller mentioned that bringing confidence up among the players was something that was a priority. Do you see Jim as a confidence builder?
Absolutely. One of the things, especially when we played against Ross County, he had the team up and ready to go all the time. And we just need to kick on, and we get a little confidence in us. I think we'll go a long way. But you're absolutely right. Jim can get the team revved up, ready to go, and I think the confidence, once they start playing, will take care of itself.